Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Muscatine High School following the homecoming parade. You can see it right there. Homecoming queen, Destiny Williams, who also works part-time here at Hy-Vee, and homecoming king, Mateo Rangel. Is that how you say his last name? I hope I didn't say it wrong. Congratulations to Mateo and Destiny. I knew that Destiny was on court, but I didn't know who had won because we didn't go to coronation. We did walk in the parade, and we'll have video from coronation and from the parade. But congratulations, Destiny. She's super, just one of the nicest young people. That makes me feel so old. But she really is. She's great, and she has good parents. So I'm Facebook friends with, I think, both her mom and dad. Her mom's Christy, that is the director of public health for Trinity Muscatine, and then her dad is Dwayne Williams. And I saw on Christy's Facebook page just pictures from the parade, and I kept scrolling, and then there was that picture that we shared, so we gave photo credit to Christy, and congratulations to Destiny and Mateo. That is great. In case you were wondering how many steps it takes to get from Grant Elementary School to Mulberry School, it is about 3,200. That is where we started in the homecoming parade last night, and I pulled a wagon the entire time with a very lazy, comfortable 3-year-old dressed as Luigi in it, and then we took a sharp right into the Mulberry parking lot because at that point we were all kind of done. But I will say this, the nice part about having a parade that goes down Mulberry on a day when it's 90 degrees is that we were in the shade for the most part. So you can't really complain. Had we not had all that shade and all the trees that are up and down Mulberry, it would have been a little bit warmer. But I thought it was a good turnout. And if you paid attention on the Hy-Vee Facebook page last night, we had the live stream. That was pretty cool. So if you missed the homecoming parade, here's some footage from that last night. Parade in action, rolling down. So that is right at about Mulberry, just before Bonnie Drive. And yeah, the boat, can somebody that has a boat just let me sit in the boat? I saw them and I was like, that's the best idea ever, because you're in a boat and you're waving and you're not walking. Now, the good news is I had 12,000 steps yesterday, and 3,200 of them were from the parade. So, all right, that was a good time. Hello to Colleen, Judy, Karma, Emma, and everybody that's with us on Facebook that I can see. Thanks for joining us. And hopefully you participated in the parade last night. Homecoming football game tonight against Iowa City High. That'll kick off probably closer to 7:30, right, fellas? Is that what we're thinking? It always depends on the sophomore game. So don't be surprised if, sometimes they'll say 7, but it's really 7:30, 7:45. All right, let's get to our first guest making her second appearance on Hy-Vee Today. Woo, woo. Brooke McCullough is back with Team Staffing Solutions here in Muscatine.
Good morning.
Hi, Brooke. I feel like we should gift you this pumpkin to take back to the office.
Really?
Yeah. You think it's a good idea?
Yeah,
All right.
I do.
Well, let's take that home. It's very heavy.
I got it.
Okay, you're strong enough to carry it.
You can carry it. Right?
Yes, I was talking about team staffing the other day when we showed one of these giant pumpkins, because we were trying to figure out if there was anybody that could paint the Hy-Vee Today logo on a pumpkin, and I said maybe team staffing could find a painter, and then we could hire a painter to paint the pumpkin.
We painted rocks for Muscatine, so I'm sure we could paint the pumpkin,
That's
right?
fantastic. So, but as of right now, you do not have any job openings where the description is pumpkin painter? No.
Not today, but that could change.
All right.
That could change.
It
I'll
could
call
be,
you if it happens.
It would be probably a seasonal job.
Very seasonal.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea.
Get us through October.
I would say that this could become like the official team staffing pumpkin.
I'm good with that. That would be great.
If there's somebody that could paint it up, I think that would be awesome.
We can do that.
How are things down the road at team staffing?
Good. Really good. We're busy.
Good. That's good. So is it ever not busy though? I mean, we
always have something.
Okay,
so,
that's what I was going to say.
Busier times of the year, but
there's
jobs. We're still busy. Busy, still have jobs.
When people say I can't find a job, I always say, are you looking in the right place? I don't want to come off as rude to when I hear people say that, but it's true. Sometimes they just need to know where to go.
Right.
I mean, that's half of it. And I bet a lot of people maybe are at a job that they're just not happy with. and they need to just know the resource that's available called Team Staffing Solutions.
Right,
So
the different options.
as of today, the 21st of September,
Right.
What do you personally have available? And then I also kind of want to talk about some of the different employers that you work with.
Yeah. Right now, our entire office is hiring for warehouse positions.
Okay.
Different factories in Muscatine, so manufacturing, machine op, CNC machine op, general labor, assembly.
Sure.
We also do clerical positions as well. So, I mean, those things change daily. So it's always good to check in with us once a week, so we know that you're available and ready to work.
Right, because that's just it. I mean, you could have somebody that sees a show like this or sees a post on Facebook, reaches out, comes in, and then they could be at work within a day or two later.
Absolutely,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's there's not like a long. Some places.
Some places
it takes a while.
It's a little bit of a process. Maybe they need to interview you
Sure.
first, but others sometimes we can just send. So
that's so
get you
great.
through the orientation process, and you're on your way.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. Like, if again, even if it's not you watching right now, you're like, I got a job, but odds are you probably know somebody that could get to work and start to just have a better life. I mean, we know that a community's strength relies on good jobs, good schools. That's why I think it's so important. And when I say on this show, like, that y'all have over 1,000, it's got to be over 1,200 people, probably, right?
Yeah, it's been
like,
a busy
we need
summer.
the number. Maybe there's 1,500 people at work right now because of the opportunities that you've found for them. That's a powerful thing to be able to say.
Yes.
Like, that's 1,500 people that are, feeling good about what they get to do. So are you able to discuss some of the employers that you work with? I know that sometimes you can.
Yeah, some of them
you
we
can't.
can.
Sure.
Some of them prefer that we don't, and that's fine. Muscatine places in Muscatine and the surrounding areas. So in Muscatine, we have OFC, GSTC, which is a warehouse that houses for GPC.
Okay.
We do several factories here in Muscatine,
Sure.
and different warehouses as well. We hire, like I said, the surrounding areas. We have HWH.
Okay.
We have S&J too. And those places, they all need general labor, machine op. Some have some skilled positions, such as HWH. I know they're looking for someone in maintenance. They're looking for CNC operators.
Awesome. And HWH is near sort of like I-80, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
okay.
just off
I've
the
seen them.
interstate.
Yeah, so right outside of Moscow.
Yes.
Before I-80. Nice.
Yeah.
I know where they're located. I pay attention to when I see signs.
Do you need a second job, Tony?
Well, I could have a second job called locating buildings around Muscatine County. But yeah, no, that's good. So there are a lot. Like, would you say that there's over 100 jobs available as of today?
Yes.
Wow. 100, folks. 100.
If you want to work, if you've got good work history, we have something for you.
That is fantastic. Facebook, right? Such an
good
important part of what you're able to do.
Yes.
And just look at the different varieties that we're seeing. So we're looking at the Team Staffing Solutions Facebook page. Ryan Broderson doing a scroll, which I like, because you're just getting a sense of the variety of opportunities that are available. Like you mentioned, some office jobs, assembler positions. I like this one opportunity that we had the other day where somebody would be like driving a truck. It was like 2 or 3 days a week, but it was like $20 an hour. Like,
yes.
That's a heck of a gig, right?
We get CDL driver positions. Now they're usually Monday through Friday.
Sure, sure.
All day, but you never know. You never know what we're gonna get. So it's always good to check in, call the office, stop in to see what's going on for the day.
Yeah. So okay, I'm glad that you said people can come into the office on Lake Park Boulevard across from Happy Joe's, and that probably happens a lot where maybe somebody had seen an opening and then comes in. And so for someone's first time, like if I walked in, and I've been into the offices certainly, but if I was walking into Team Staffing looking at one of the job opportunities that you had available, what would happen next? Do I have to like get you my information into your system?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you can apply in our office. We have computers that you can use to apply, or you can apply at home at teamssi.com. So either way, and then we get you set up for an interview with one of our account managers to discuss your experience, what you're looking for, and what we have available.
Because ultimately, even though, and I'll use myself as the example, even though I saw a position online, applied for it, came in to talk about it, maybe I wouldn't be the perfect candidate for that role. But the good news is you have 100 other opportunities.
Absolutely.
And that probably happens a lot, right?
It does.
Where somebody comes in and they think, well, I could probably do this. And then after talking to them, because that's it, you have the best interest in mind for that individual, the job seeker. But then you also have to keep in mind the type of employee that the employers you work with are looking for.
Right. We want you to be happy, content. Work is work, right?
Right.
But we want you to be content, and we want you to be able to satisfy the customer's needs of getting product out or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and I'm assuming your customers want, your employers, they want employees to stick around for a while.
Yes.
Because that just makes everything so much better. I mean, people know that, right? If you start a job, you don't want to be there, for a short-term basis. You want to make that a career. And I think that's something that really speaks to the level of work that happens before that person starts. So even though there is this, incredible amount of time where someone could come in, get hired, and start a job, there's also a lot of work that goes into that short amount of time to make sure that they're the right fit.
Right. And attendance is definitely
Sure.
a huge thing. That proves to the client that you're going to be there every day. You're not going to be late. And your performance as well. You're wanting the best benefit of the client. So,
what do you think job seekers should know? So, folks that are looking for a better opportunity, or maybe their first opportunity, or like I've said time and time again, they're in a job but they're thinking there's something better for them. What would you like them to know?
Well, I think, if you haven't applied, definitely apply. That
Sure.
gets your foot in the door. That gets the ball rolling. Opens up discussions of what it is that you're looking for. And that we do want to try to find the best fit for you. Shift-wise, job-wise, pay rate-wise.
Sure.
So just make that first phone call or stop in, and we'll try to get a walk-in interview if we can. If we can get you in right away, we definitely will.
And for people that have to interview maybe with someone that works at the company that's hiring,
Yes.
I know that it's also important that everybody that works at team staffing really helps to set up these candidates, these job seekers, for success. And for some people, you may have had, you might be at your first job, but you don't have a lot of experience during an interview or with a resume. And those are all things that can make a difference.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we've all seen, like, I can remember what my first resume looked like, and it was bad, right? But I just kind of slapped it together, probably searched for a resume template.
Yes.
And then I am assuming I was very awkward, and I've gotten better during interviews, certainly. But I know that that's also something that you guys are able to do, right?
We're happy to help with resumes, even updating your application or starting a new application. That's what we're there for. We're there to help you out. So, if you get frustrated on the computer, frustrated making your resume, call us or come in, and that's what we're there for.
Yeah, and just hey, look at that. There's some job-winning resume templates here. Look at Paul Hamilton. Got a good-looking resume right there.
These guys are on it.
That is pretty slick. Yeah, because, again, ultimately, team staffing's been in business for how?
Over 20 years
Right,
now.
over 20 years. So you don't get to stay in business for over 20 years with, a couple different locations, by the way, if you're not good at what you do. And that certainly is, it's such an interesting balance, right? Because there's always going to be a demand for workers, and then keeping that pool fresh.
Yes.
I think that y'all balance a lot.
We like to
there.
have a nice steady flow through the office, whether it's phone calls or coming in.
There's a picture from not too long ago, and I believe
Emma and Alan
got all those folks started for
here
a
in
local,
Muscatine. Yep.
Think about that. All of those people in that picture right now have a job because they took the action called, reaching out to team staffing. Whether you see opportunities on this show or on social media, I know that who went to that job fair in Moline? Katie was there?
And Emma.
Okay, so Katie and so it's also important to branch out. I know that there's a team staffing location in Davenport,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And Iowa City.
Yes. Burlington.
There's a couple of them.
Mount Pleasant.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
again, you don't get to do this for 20 years if you're not good at what you do.
Right.
And finding people good opportunities is what it's all about. Yeah. Are there any tips that you have? And there's the picture from the job fair, by the way. Are there any tips that you have, Brooke, that kind of help prepare the job seekers for hopefully what is a long-term role? I mean, are there things that you're able to tell people based on your experience?
I think, if somebody comes in and they have a positive attitude and show the ambition and the good work history, they're good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Our clients are looking for people with good attendance, longevity of a job.
Sure.
Because they want those people to come in and stay.
Right. Yeah. And for the job seeker, so I've had a couple jobs in like 11 years working professionally. And I've always, when I've started a new job, I haven't looked at it as like a short term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be there for a while. And you're in control of that 99% of the time.
Yes.
Like that falls on the individual to show up and to do a good job and to not be afraid to ask questions. It's all of those things that some of us gain with experience, and for others, when it comes to their first opportunity, I just want people to understand that you gotta take some ownership when you start any job.
Right.
I mean,
we can get the interview set up. You can. Then it's on your. It's all up to you.
Right. Yeah.
We get that all set up for you. Get your information going, and once you interview and start the position, it's all up to you with your attendance, performance, everything that's involved with it.
Well, Brooke might be able to get you like a CNC job, but that doesn't mean that you show up on the first day and show them how to run the machine.
I don't come and pick you up and take you. Or run the machine.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe a team staffing job shadow is not a bad idea.
Hey,
there's
never
way
know.
too many. There's way too many people at work for y'all to show up and be like, all right, day one, here's what we're going to do.
We're going to drive this
It would be
forklift.
pretty cool, right? If you were driving
be.
forklifts and running CNC machines.
That's a good idea.
Maybe you do know how to do that stuff. I don't want to assume, right?
I do.
Maybe you know how to paint a pumpkin.
Right.
Right?
You never know unless you talk to somebody, right?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people have opportunities that are providing for themselves and their families because of what you do every day. It's a pretty rewarding job. I know that it's a lot to multitask, and there's probably stress with getting people started, but when you sit back and look at it, you have to feel really great about what you get to do, right?
Right. We're helping people that want to be helped, that just need a little bit of direction maybe, or just to get that foot in the door. So yeah, there's never 2 days the same, that's for sure.
Right. Isn't that also exciting? It's not a boring place to work.
No.
You never know what you're going to expect.
We're always busy.
Yeah, well, and isn't that a good sign for these local companies that they still have these needs, these continuous needs for people?
Well, and to let the community know, like, hey, you can come in and we'll do everything that we can for you to get you into the best fit.
Absolutely. Also, that is a great picture. Yeah. Proud
because
sponsor.
I'm not in it.
Oh my gosh, why aren't you in that picture?
I
just realized
I was at a client. It's fine.
I was looking and I'm like, okay, I see Katie, I see Craig, Alan, Charity, Marcy, Bonnie.
We're all
in the
there,
middle.
but where's Brooke?
Where's Brooke? Even Trisha got in the picture.
Yes, she did.
I thought she usually hides in her office.
No.
I only say that because I think she might be watching right now. Yeah.
I'm sure she is.
They should Photoshop you in there.
It's okay. I'm here.
You are here, and that's all that matters.
But yeah, we did the donation to the MCSA.
That's fantastic.
About the Adopt a Day. I know you've had them on here before.
I love MCSA. No, that's great.
It's great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys understand giving back. You had a very successful blood drive a few months back.
Yeah.
So it's more than just, getting people to work. You have to be connected to the communities that you serve. And I know that that's an important thing. And again, we talk about longevity with a lot of the companies in town. There's some pictures from the blood drive.
Yeah.
You don't get to have success and longevity in a community if you're not doing the right thing.
Right.
So the right thing is getting people to work. The right thing is, supporting MCSA, taking part in hosting, again, hugely successful blood drive. right?
Yeah.
Especially that happened during the summer when blood donations are needed the most.
Absolutely. We did that on a Saturday. We did the blood drive and a job fair. And
That's great. Have you thought about doing more job fairs in the future? Has that been kicked around?
Yeah,
yet?
I mean, we've
Okay.
always been involved with job fairs
Sure.
around Muscatine and the surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm.
The one that Katie and Emma went to the other day was very successful.
Good.
And, we've participated. MCC holds one. Here in Muscatine, different ones. So we're always checking in to see if we can get out there and spread the word and be able to talk to people.
Yeah, I also think when you were open on that Saturday, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
was
how
busy.
that worked out, but I imagine it was. So is that something that you've considered doing again on a Saturday open at Team Staffing?
Yeah, we've talked about doing that again
Good.
to just, for the people that can't
Right.
get out during the week. I mean, we're open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes that just doesn't work for people. So that's why we opened up on that Saturday.
I thought that was brilliant. All right, Ryan, let's go to the Facebook page if we could. I know we've been looking at pictures from Facebook, but I just want to see if, and of course we will have the Team Staffing job board later this morning. Are
Okay.
there any opportunities that you have that we need to mention before we jet?
Well, I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Raymond was here
Right.
with Mary.
Raymond, yep.
And they are still hiring.
Okay.
And I know you guys talked all about that. So we have positions there on all 3 shifts.
Wow.
So if you're interested in that,
that's
definitely
great.
call and ask for Mary.
Sure.
Stop in.
And Raymond is a fantastic local company. Like they
Absolutely.
do.
Temp to hire.
Yeah, I was going to say. They do excellent work there. And that would be a wonderful opportunity for folks at home. So, all right. Well, I'm glad that you came on by yourself. We
Thank
talked about
you.
that before. Brooke's like, I don't know why they sent just me. I'm like, because you're a rock star.
We got this,
and you
right?
Got it. You don't need
And I got a
support.
pumpkin. A
Right.
Hy-Vee pumpkin.
And it's a heavy. Again, I'm not saying that you're not strong. I'm not saying that. But this is...
I can roll it
Okay. If you need a cart to get this out, let me know. I'll get you a cart.
out.
Okay. All
Thanks
right.
for having me on.
You're very welcome. This will be the official Team Staffing pumpkin. All right, let's take a look at the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, which is in the produce department. Look at how good that looks. All of the colors, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And everything is so fresh and vibrant, and man, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Jeez Louise. This looks so great. All right, Brooke, I'm not kidding you. This might be...
I gotta get my bag too.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. All right. By all means, you're very welcome. This thing is no joke. Yes, absolutely. Okay, there you go.
I got
Oh,
this.
my gosh.
You guys have
It's heavy, right? Thank you. All right, so produce looks good. You can see Toby working in the background in there. And, yeah, those pumpkins that are all grown locally are no joke, y'all. That is... They came in looking really good this year, and that one in particular from Kruger Farms in Letts, Iowa. Jim Simmons sits down now. Having people like Kruger Farms and Hoops Farms in our own backyard to have their product, I mean, literally, Jim, from the field to the store.
Yep.
I watched that delivery of pumpkins roll in the other day, and I could not believe how great they look.
Yeah, they look good.
So-
That's as big as I've seen them.
I was going to say, and you've had a couple of years in the business where pumpkins come to stores.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes they're smaller.
Yep.
Or maybe not as vibrantly orange in color.
Yeah.
All of the ones that are outside the store are just massive.
Yeah, they're cool. They are super cool. They're probably some of the nicest ones I've seen size-wise. Oh, my goodness.
I agree.
I don't even know how you handle that carving it. But
I almost feel like those are the kind that you put out in front of your house or you
yep,
paint.
that's his, yeah.
Because you'd almost have to use a
you
chainsaw.
can sort of paint it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Like Betsy that is not
Yeah.
here today. Betsy's painting the Hy-Vee Today logo. That's how big these pumpkins
oh,
are.
cool, yeah.
They're big enough
yeah,
to
they're big
paint.
enough. You're absolutely right. That's the perfect way to do it. We got some cool stuff coming too, because we got some pumpkins that aren't quite as big coming,
Which is nice, yep.
Yeah, I think they'll be really good carving pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have some of those really big, massive gourds.
Cool.
The big ones. I'm talking really big.
Sure.
And so I'm super excited about that. That's coming from Hoops
Yeah.
Farms, so that should be here soon. And then they got a whole bunch of tiny gourds too, to
Cool.
decorate your house with and stuff. So we'll have all that coming, and that'll all be local also. So I'm super excited about it. They had great crops this year.
Man.
Things are looking really good, and I think it's going to be a really great pumpkin year. That's just all there is to it.
They look fantastic. Ryan, if we go back to that first picture So this is just something that's nerdy. Behind us in the bakery, they got brand new tables, and they look incredible.
Yes.
So those are the old bakery tables that are making the perfect pumpkin mountain display.
Yeah.
And when Brian and Steve and I were building that, Brian Mueller, the produce manager, was like, "Should I go that high?" And of course, Steve Graham's like, "Yes." And at first, I thought that's pretty tall, but it looks. I mean, it makes a statement.
If Steve would have had it his way, we'd have had it running off the roof and coming down and making a giant waterfall.
Right.
It'd have been awesome. But we just didn't have enough pumpkins to make that happen.
There's a lot of pumpkins. There's a lot of mums out there. And today, so we're sitting here on Friday, the 21st of September. It was 90 degrees yesterday, and it might not even crack 70 today.
It's not going to.
So,
especially with the wind.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to crack 70 degrees today. So I guarantee you that people are going to be buying pumpkins this weekend.
Oh.
Because sometimes at Jim, it just takes that like snap of the weather to trigger fall in people.
Yeah. I look for chili beans to be flying off the shelf this week.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy how quick it'll change. I love this time of year because you jump right. You mentioned the mums.
Yeah.
Folks, our mums are beautiful. Mm-hmm. You got to come check them out, and they're priced right.
Absolutely.
I mean, great prices, beautiful mums. And the thing I like it is Catherine went out and found some other things. They're fall plants, but they're not just mums, because sometimes I think mums are beautiful, but sometimes you just want something different.
Yep.
And boy, she did a great job finding us some different things there. And then you come inside and you got all the pumpkin pies, apple pie, those giant 12-inch pumpkin pies. We are selling out every day of those. I told Steve, get back there, talk to Jake, get more of those out.
Right.
Because they're just selling. And once you see that pie, you should bring that on. It's almost as big as the pumpkin itself.
I was going to say,
I mean,
it's a lot of pumpkin pie.
It is a huge pie at a great price. And we're just selling the heck out of it. And then you got all the pumpkin bars and cookies. And I tell you, it's awesome.
What I noticed a couple weeks ago, and maybe it was a couple months ago, and this is something that we started doing in the bakery, maybe a full pie isn't something you need. You can buy a half of a pie.
Yeah.
So there is a container, a plastic container that houses a half of a pie.
Yes.
This is like the best idea ever, because these pies are big.
Yes.
And if you're thinking maybe it's just you're buying it for yourself and you're like, well, I don't know if I need the whole thing, that's just a nice touch to have.
Yeah.
Right?
That's how I bought all of our holiday pies.
Sure.
Because, I mean, everybody wants something different.
Yep.
And this gives you that opportunity. Heck, you can buy 4 pies, 4 half pies,
Super
get 4
cool.
different things versus, and it's pretty much the same price. It's a great price point.
Oh, yeah.
And the pies that we have the guys do a great job. They're fantastic.
And they're easily disguised as that you made them yourself.
Yeah. The half pie, I don't know how you're going to disguise that one. That might be a little tougher. But
I made this full one and I cut it in half.
Yeah, take a pie pan, put it in half, sprinkle some crumbs on the other side. It looks like you ate half of it.
Yes,
I think
that's
you'll be
what
all right.
I'm saying. Oh, that is genius. So I'm kind of glad that we had, as hot as it was, I mentioned this at the start, we had the homecoming parade yesterday.
Yes.
It was warm, but it came down Mulberry, which is very well shaded with all the trees.
Yes.
And then I don't know if you know this yet. I didn't know this until this morning. Last night in the gym at the high school, after the parade, they did coronation and they announced the homecoming king and queen.
Oh.
And the queen this year, you're going to be super excited when you see this picture. Can we show Jim a picture or video? I had no idea until this morning. It's a Hy-Vee employee.
Oh, sweet.
How about that? Homecoming queen 2018.
Oh,
Destiny
yeah,
Williams
awesome.
And Mateo Rangel. Check that out. That's video from last night.
Yeah, she works in the grill, the Market Grill. She's amazing. She's got the best personality. Look at her. She's pumped. She's got a little tear going on. I love it.
So a good crowd in the gym, and what a great moment for Destiny, who I didn't even realize that she was a senior until a couple of days ago when I was talking to her. Look at how the happy tears. The happy tears is the best kind.
That is super cool.
I'm so happy for you. I can't stop. But right, so this is what it's all about, right? This week for homecoming feels like it's been a really good one, and some great video from last night's coronation.
That's super cool. I'm happy for him.
I saw on Facebook this morning, Destiny's mom, Christy, who runs public health for Trinity, had posted the picture, and I could not believe it. I was so happy for her.
Yeah, that is neat.
And I told Christy and Dwayne, her mom and dad, I said, Destiny is such a nice person.
Oh.
And she saved my butt the first trivia night that we did. because I kind of forgot to have someone to keep score. And we had like 78 or 80 people playing Harry Potter trivia. There's a great picture.
That is a great picture.
And Destiny jumped right in, not only kept score, but is also a Harry Potter fan. So she's like answering along with all the questions. And yeah, she's going to have a very bright future. And I was super excited to know that, you know, we have a small connection. And it's not about the fact that she works here, but it is nice to know that it's someone that we both know and that does a great job. And what a great, so, you know, today's Friday, so homecoming game tonight, football game tonight against Iowa City High, and then they'll have their big homecoming dance tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it was that long ago that I was, you know, having my senior year
I can
high
remember
school.
mine. It's like, oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember
like yesterday.
getting the tuxedo and how much that cost.
Wow,
Maybe it wasn't a tux. It might have been a suit for homecoming.
Yeah.
Tux for prom. But that's just it. We've seen so many young people coming in to get their flowers ordered, corsages.
Oh, yeah. There's another Hy-Vee employee.
Oh, right there. That's
and
Tanner
neighbor.
Niehaus,
He's one
right?
of my neighbors, yep.
Super cool.
That
is great.
I remember my prom. I grew up in Missouri, so we didn't get tuxes. We got the shirts that looked like tuxes. That was really
classy.
Nice. Yeah, it was classy.
That's a good look.
We never wore a suit back then.
Sure.
You know, we just didn't do it. But we had a blast. Didn't need the suit to have a good time.
It is really about having fun and being with your friends, and that's what I saw. And we have some video from the parade last night. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the parade live streamed on our Hy-Vee Facebook page.
Oh, cool.
So for folks that weren't able to make it out, it was 94 degrees.
It was. Muggy, too. It was just a rough night.
And I walked in that whole thing pulling a 3-year-old in a wagon from Grant. It was about 3,200 steps in about 29 minutes. Not that I was counting, but
3,200.
it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. Well, I have my Fitbit that told me that I was getting after it. But it was great. So here's the football team in the homecoming parade. They were on the back of a truck thanks to Tantera Transportation Corporation, right?
That's
so
super
Dave
cool.
Riggin and the crew walking
nice job,
along.
Dave.
A lot of familiar faces throwing candy to the kids, and you know, this is a group that's excited to play a homecoming football game. And honestly, you know, I think it's more football weather today than any of the games that they've had thus far.
Yes, this is football weather.
I just love how that video looks. There's Dave right there.
Oh, there he was.
Yeah, look at the crew. So this was right at that intersection of about Mulberry and Bonnie Drive. And that, is that some drone footage? Cool. Check that out.
Nice.
From high above. A good-looking Tantera truck as always.
Yes.
Yeah, so the parade was great. It's super well organized, too. My mom walked with myself and my two boys, and she was impressed because, I mean, it was done before 7, and the street was back open, and everybody kind of headed to the high school. And I told her, I'm like, they don't mess around with these things.
Yeah, well, they've done it. They know what they're doing.
That's true.
It's not their first homecoming.
Very true.
So.
All right, so a couple more things I want to mention while you're here. We had this fuel saver that kicked off yesterday on Thursday, and today is the last day.
Yes.
Come in and spend $50, get a 25-cent fuel saver. I was bagging groceries for a lady yesterday that earned, I don't want to misquote it, I think it was like over $2 off in that transaction. Right. So, and she was super excited because, and there's the details, this customer was excited because she wanted to go right out to the gas station. And I know what you're thinking, Tony, you said she earned $2, and that bottom right corner, it says if you spend $200, you could get $1. Right, but this customer knows what they're doing because there's thousands of items in the store that already have a fuel saver on it.
Exactly.
So all you have to do is spend over that $50 mark. You're guaranteed 25 cents. But if you're getting things that you need, I mean, just where we're seated, we could see bottles of wine with a 10-cent fuel saver, brats and chicken and burgers and buns.
Yes.
And she played it right.
Yeah.
I was excited. I gave her a high five. I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
You did this right.
And, you know, right now is a great time to be saving because, I mean, gas is going up. You see it, it's $2.79 right now. And the cost just won't stop. I mean, I don't know what's going on right now, but it's definitely going up. So this is just a great way to knock off some of that at the pump.
Yeah, if you have a way to control that, I don't know why you wouldn't. I'm excited because for the third or fourth time since I've worked here, I've pulled into the Hy-Vee parking lot and my gas light came on, but I have 26 or 29 cents on my fuel saver, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about my gas light having come on.
But nobody's excited about that.
But again, I park I park here, and there's a gas station here.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go too far when
I'll push you over there,
That's
buddy.
right.
No problem. We'll help you out.
That's a service offered here at Hy-Vee, getting pushed. I'm proud to say that I have never in my life ran out of gas, ever.
I haven't
Not
either.
once.
Never have I.
I've pushed people whose cars have ran out of gas. I brought, gas cans.
Yeah.
But I personally have never run out of gas.
Not in my car. My lawnmower let me down this last week. I was
No gas
turning the
at
corner
all?
and I thought, yeah. Sometimes I don't pay a lot of attention to that. But
Is it a riding mower that just crapped out?
it just died.
Oh, no.
And I knew right what it was.
That
Well,
is
whatever.
fantastic.
you
Hey, but
know?
at least it wasn't something that was more expensive, like a repair.
Yeah.
You're like, it just
No,
needs gas.
No, I knew what it was.
So you just hop off and leave it, I'm hoping, right?
Well, yeah. Well,
You're not going to push it back to the garage.
Just push it back. No, I'm not going to do that.
Pushing
Jumped
the
in the
mower.
truck and went and got me some gas.
That is fantastic. All right, last thing. Tailgating kickoff ad. So Iowa Hawkeye football, and it's not just about the Hawks. There's high school, college, NFL football.
Yes.
People are tailgating at home. People are going to Iowa City or Ames or Cedar Falls to watch UNI or whichever team you support. Some great deals for you. I'm pumped to
Guys.
get a rack or two of those ribs.
The ribs, that's a great price. $10 if you buy them. If you buy two,
Yeah.
I tell you what else is an awesome price is the ground sirloin.
Yeah.
At $3.99, dude.
That's good stuff.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
And that is ground round, I should say. Excuse me, ground round. That is ground round.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. What we tell you it is, it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other meats mixed into that. It is all ground round. At $3.99 a pound, that is a fantastic price. So you get out here and see church on that one. That's a good deal.
Whether you're doing burgers or meatballs or lasagna, I mean, it doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
just a great thing to stock up on.
Yeah,
Like you could
yeah.
fill the freezer with it if that's what you're, thinking.
I would be thinking
yeah,
that.
Might
yes.
as well, right?
That's just a crazy price because you don't get that particular product offered very often. You get ground chuck a lot,
Yeah.
but not ground round, and that's just a great item. And the other things I love on there is the flatbreads, the buy one get one.
That is
Our
super
flatbreads
aggressive.
are
Yeah.
top notch. I mean, I compare ours because we serve them in the Market Grill.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did
yeah.
when we had our first full service. It's the same thing as what we had in the grill, and I'll put those up against anybody who has a flatbread. I don't care where you go to eat them. These are awesome.
That would be my favorite crust available at Hy-Vee.
Hands down.
It's
Me
a
too.
nice light-ish and get whatever you want on it. And of course, wings, you can't go
Wings,
wrong
yep.
with football or just because. But the ribs, I don't want to just talk about the ribs, but there was a month, it was probably July, I think, and there were like 3 weeks in a row where I had been leaving the store and we were outside grilling, and I took a rack of ribs home, no sauce on them, and guess what? Fits with the diet that I was on,
Yep.
and they're delicious. And
Yep, they are
the
delicious.
one rack that they had, I should have taken a picture of it because it was the biggest rack of ribs I'd ever seen. I think I asked the kid that was working out front, I was like, "You're sure that's not like two that accidentally got stuck together?" And he said, "No." It was such a big rack that he had to like cut the top part off because it
get
wouldn't all fit in the container.
Yep.
So, and in the parking lot all day, things are getting put on the smoker, and these are going to be ready to go out in front of the store. So, I would just like you to try the ribs. I am
extra meaty too.
They
Keep
are.
that in mind. These aren't just like really skimmed down. These
No.
got a lot of meat on them. They're fabulous. You can't go anywhere and get ribs for that price.
No,
anywhere.
2 for
Go out-
$20.
Go out and try
is
to eat a
awesome.
rack of ribs.
Yeah.
That's $20 for
Easily.
one rack.
Easily.
Let alone we got 20 for two. So that's just a great price. I love that item.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and I'm certainly a pro barbecue sauce person. Haven't had a lot of it, but we do carry a great variety of sugar-free barbecue sauce. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever tried that. We had it in the one keto cooking class. It was great.
Yeah.
But I would encourage you to try those ribs without anything on them to start.
Right.
And
'Cause
then
our rub is fantastic.
I was going to say, sometimes
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sauce can take away from... I mean, you're eating ribs, so you want to be able to taste the seasoning, taste the meat. You don't want it
Yeah.
to just be all sauce.
Trust me,
Right?
you don't need sauce on those, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I do eat sauce on them, but there's time when I sit down to eat my full rack,
That's right.
I might eat half of it with sauce and the other half
Yeah.
without any sauce, but because I don't share, I always get my wife a couple ribs and then I
That's
have
very
I have
nice
a-
of you. It's very thoughtful. Just a couple. Yeah, you got to have a full. I mean, you're not wrong. That's an easy rack of ribs to knock out. I made the mistake once when I bought a rack, took it home, had like half of it, put it in the fridge. Next day I was like, oh, I got ribs for lunch. They were gone.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Turns out pregnant people like ribs too. That was the lesson that I learned. Which is strange because my wife would tell you that she doesn't normally like leftovers, but I think when it's things like ribs or Hy-Vee Chinese,
ribs aren't leftover ever.
Right,
they're never leftover.
And they heat up well in the microwave. That's the last thing that I'll say. I mean, you can heat them in the oven if you want, but I'm here to tell you, throw them in the microwave. I don't want them to be burn my mouth hot anyways.
I don't either. Yeah, get them warmed up and get them going. They're good.
That's all you need. All right. Can we see a little bit more of the homecoming parade or coronation, whatever you guys want to show, and we'll get you out of here. Homecoming week for Muscatine. We also think it might be homecoming in Wilton. Should look into that. And before we wrap up the show, we'll look at all the different high school football games that are happening in the area tonight. There's a lot of games, a lot of teams in action going on tonight. And congratulations again to Destiny Williams and Mateo Rangel, homecoming queen and king. And if you see Destiny, if you're in the Market Grill Express and you see Destiny, say hi to her. She probably will say hi to you.
Yeah, she's going to say hi to you before you get a chance.
That's true.
She's one of the most outgoing people we have. She's fantastic.
A great personality.
She is fantastic.
No, she's just
good,
we're happy to have
good
her.
luck for tonight's team.
Yeah.
I hope Muscatine wins tonight. That would be huge.
I talked to Mike Morgan, the activities director for Muscatine High School, before the parade started yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw Mike, and he said that Muscatine should have a really good chance to win this one.
That'd be
Mr.
great.
Church, how are you, buddy? Look at that photo bomb right there. That's a church thing.
That tells you right there we'll let anybody come in the store.
That's right. All right, so we got parade video or coronation. All right, here we go. A little bit of parade video from last night, yesterday afternoon. Coming down Mulberry, the mighty Muskie Marching Band. That is a great shot right there. Good deal. Wow. Yeah, I thought the parade went over extremely well, and it was good to see a lot of familiar faces. And the benefit of being 83 pounds lighter is that I wasn't super sweaty walking all that distance. I wasn't grossly sweaty, y'all. I'm very happy with that. I had minimal back sweat, Ryan Broderson. Also a band name. Think about that. Minimal back sweat. Tribute to Meatloaf. We only do Meatloaf covers. Ryan, were you like in the street walking along with the parade? I figured. That is awesome. Yeah, I could watch parades all day and be in parades. I think they're just fabulous. Super cool. Color guard, rocking. And you can see the shade that I was talking about. Could you imagine how hot it would have been without the shade? It would have been terrible. And certainly the sun setting earlier doesn't hurt either. But we would have been struggling out there, friends. All right. Very good. Well, I don't know. Is Brody, are you going to run the Toyota Muscatine cart cam? I want to try and test the limitations of the camera. I want you to try, Ryan Broderson, and take that out to the front of the store and show us that pumpkin display in real time. I don't know if it's going to work. We're in a big brick building. The signal might be limited, but we'll give it a shot here at Hy-Vee Today. Thanks so much, by the way, to Brooke McCullough with Team Staffing for taking the time to join us. We do have a couple more things we're going to take care of. I'm not wrapping up right now. I just want to make sure I thank Brooke for her time, and thanks to Hy-Vee Store Director Jim Simmons for being with us. On Monday, Mel Steckel with the Muscatine Community YMCA will be on the program. Looking forward to seeing Mel. Tuesday, we'll talk to Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Zigament and Angela Woodhouse. Angela runs New Paradigm Health Cookery. They'll be previewing Tuesday's plant-based cooking class that starts at noon. All right, do we have the Toyota Muscatine cart camera? Here goes Ryan Broderson walking through produce. Justin was laughing at something. Mel probably making him laugh. Heading towards Floral. We'll see if this is going to happen. Chad Yoakum is raising a piece of equipment to improve the signal strength. And we're going to see if this happens, ladies and germs. Ryan is heading towards the front door. So far, we've got him. Oh, starting to cut out a little bit. All right, that might be as far as we can go. And that's okay. All right, listen. We are set up almost on the back end of the store. But you can see some good-looking, keep it right there, you can see some very fall-looking plants and some pumpkins. We have lost Ryan Broderson, ladies and gentlemen. He has crashed the Toyota of Muscatine cart camera. You know what's great about this is Ryan's probably like out in the parking lot right now, like pushing the cart towards some pumpkins to get some very like creative shots like I know he likes to do. And he has no idea that the camera cut out. That's all right. Thanks to our friends at Toyota Muscatine. Trust me when I tell you the pumpkins here at Hy-Vee are big and worthy of finding their way home with you. For $5.99 a piece, all grown locally. Really encourage you check those out. And definitely want to encourage you to get to the store today to take advantage of that fuel saver deal. Today, the 21st of September, is also National Prisoner of War and Missing in Action Recognition Day. So POW, MIA Recognition Day. So we certainly think about folks that were prisoners of war or went missing in action on this day. This 21st of September is also National Pecan or Pecan Cookie Day. And it's Tradesman Day. So if you're working in the trades, working hard, that's a shout out for you, friends. Yeah, we know that you're working hard out there. All right. Here we go. Friday Night Lights football. Perfect. Thank you very much. Columbus looking for their first win on the road at Van Buren, taking on the Warriors later on this evening. Mount Vernon goes to West Liberty. Good luck to the Comets. At West Liberty High School, Durant hits the road to take on the Plainsmen, the Belle Plaine Plainsmen. Can't get over that name. Comanche hits the road to Tipton. The Tipton Tigers look to improve their record to 4-1 this season. We wish them well. Friday night football lights. West Burlington, Notre Dame, 1-3, travels to L&M. The Falcons coming off of their homecoming last week. Falcons look to improve to 3-2 tonight. Sigourney Keota, it's Sigourney, right? I'm saying it right. It's not Sigourney, right? Sigourney Keota Cobras go to Wilton. Friday Night Lights. Beavers hope to go 4-1. And speaking of first-time wins, did you see the Cleveland Browns actually won a football game last night for the first time in like 700 days or something ridiculous? So good luck to the Wilton Beavers. Let's see what else is on the Friday Night Lights schedule. Here we go. Last but not least, Wapello travels to Mediapolis. The Bulldogs off to an impressive 4-0 start this season. And the game that you can listen to on Twitter with Muskie Express, catch highlights on Facebook and Twitter with Muskie Express, and on this show, Iowa City Little Hawks 2-2 coming to Muscatine. We're not going to let them spoil homecoming tonight. Muscatine Muskies look to improve to an impressive 4-1 record. Coach Mueller and the crew ready to go tonight. Friday Night Lights at Muscatine High School Community Stadium. Be there. Kickoff for varsity happens sometime between 7 and 7:30. We would encourage you to get there and cheer on that sophomore team, who are still undefeated. Is that correct? Have the sophomore team, they have never lost a game? That's pretty awesome. So support that sophomore team, and then varsity tonight. I think we're going to go to the game for a little bit before I have to go play some tunes outside of the Mississippi Brew, which will be nice. Little change of pace. Last time I was there, it was hot. Tonight, can have some pants on, which is to say I had shorts on last time. I was not pantsless or without pants. I don't want you to get any ideas. Okay, couple things to mention. I keto cooking class, it's probably close to sold out. You know, we are less than a week away. Keto cooking class 3 happens next Wednesday. OMG. Get tickets at customer service, $10 a pop. I would say at this point there's less than 10 tickets left, knowing how they've been selling this week. Chef Tess will have some new recipes, some good samples. I'll be there for comic relief and helping whatever Chef Tess and Kara Zigament need me to. We're having a lot of fun with these keto cooking classes, and I personally, again, have lost 83 pounds thanks to the keto diet. Today's show is brought to you by my neck. It's back. Seriously. I look at some before pictures, and I'm like, where was my neck? I don't know, but there it is, friends. I found it. All right, let's do the job board and get out of here. All right, so we say thanks again to Brooke McCullough, who joined us this morning, talking about Team Staffing Solutions and all the good work that they do for folks in and around Muscatine, putting over 1,200 people to work as of this very moment. And Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this show, we have the Team Staffing Job Board and some opportunities for you, like first shift quality assurance. You can call our friend Mary, who's sat right next to me on this show before, at 563-316-7634, or visit Team Staffing Solutions on Facebook or Instagram, and of course on their website at teamssi.com. Mary also has this opportunity, weekend shift laser operator. Lasers. Laser. the laser. Call Mary, 563-316-7634, if you know how to run a laser. And Marcy in the mix. Hello, Marcy. Marcy was watching us on Facebook earlier. Marcy at Team Staffing, second shift janitorial opportunity. Call Marcy, please, 563-316-7640. It is starting to get busy here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a fun Friday, kicking off with this big old fuel saver. Whether you're watching this live or later on this evening, you still have time to get here. It ends today. Spend $50, get 25 cents off per gallon, and it adds up. We would love to see you. Good luck to all of the area high school football teams in action, and especially to Muscatine, who will be taking on the Little Hawks tonight. Muscatine High School playing host to the Little Hawks. Ryan Broderson, I would love to wrap up the show with video from Coronation again. Maybe even that clip that we saw where Destiny Williams and Mateo Rangel were announced and crowned Muscatine High School homecoming king and queen for 2018. And we wish everybody a great homecoming at the dance tomorrow. And I'll just say this, I have a fun weekend. So I mentioned playing some tunes outside the brew tonight. And then tomorrow I get to marry a couple. So in addition to DJing weddings, I can marry you if you need to. This will be probably the 5th or 6th couple that I've married. So call me Reverend Tone, okay? Congratulations in advance to Susan and Devin, the future Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler, who will be tying the knot tomorrow. And looking forward to being a part of their special day. And it'll be the second Saturday that I'm spending the evening in Wilton, because their reception is at the Wilton Community Center, which is just a fantastic place. And shout out to everybody in Wilton. Look forward to being in your town 2 Saturdays in a row. Okay, let's take a look at Coronation from last night, and we will see you on Hy-Vee Today, Monday at 8:30 a.m. with Mel Steckel from the Y. Have a great weekend, everybody. Grab a sweatshirt if you need it. Well, you're probably going to need it. And thanks for watching. Certainly appreciate you watching this show. CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine, and Team Staffing for their support. And that's it. Take care. Bye-bye. Here's Coronation from last night.
So, the 2018 MHS Homecoming King is...
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.